it's LawyerGreg here with another Lawyer Life. This is number 14, 15? Which one?
15.
15. Robert Ashford, aka Rob the Brit, aka Rob Christensen, is filming for us today. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Robbie Rob. And we're going to be talking about the war room. I entitled it The Art of War Room. Okay, just a little play on the art of war. Which, speaking of that, you know, man, I've read The Art of War a bunch of times. I've read some Stoics, looking at Marcus Aurelius, Meditations. And you know, you could sum up all these philosophies and all these books and all the gurus throughout time. I need to write a book. How about that? To sum them all up. And in the middle of the book, it's going to be a lot of pages. It's going to be like a 200-page book. But on every page, really large, I'm just going to write, work your ass off. Because that's pretty much what you need to do, okay? It's just work your ass off. And all the rest will come to you, right? You'll make mistakes. You'll go down the wrong street. You'll back up. You'll go the other way. The key is just to make decisions coming from a place of ethics. You know, my place of grounded ethics are to take care of my family. That's why I'm here working on a Saturday. That's why I'm talking to you. You know, I care about people. I care about progress. I care about my profession. I care about being a lawyer. And the more people I can help, the better it is for me, the better it is for my family, the better it is for those people. So I hope that some of the knowledge that you get from the Lawyer Lives and other content on LawyerGreg.com can help you too. Also, Rockstar Lawyer. Get the book. You can go to LawyerGreg.com and buy it. You can go to Amazon and buy it. Get the enhanced ebook on iTunes. That's the pinnacle version where there's videos about each subject. And you really just get to interact with it. Anyway, The Art of War Room, okay, or The War Room. This is really a take on, and Robert, this table right here, okay, this table is where I did another Lawyer Life called, I think it was Think Big, Draw Big, right? Draw Big, Think Big. And where I like to take different colored magic markers and really draw things out and do things visually just to really get that hand-eye. And I really became interested on why is it that if or I'll write things down on a legal pad. It'll be, I call it my magic legal pad, because magically those things will come true. And obviously it's because I work to make them come true. Others work to make them come true. The universe aligns somehow when I put my energy behind something and involve others to help it to come true. You know, other things can happen to assist. Other things can happen to block it. But you know, you go around it. But when I write them down, why is it that when I write them down, they really just seem to manifest themselves? And why is it that I remember them better? And it's just that association. So it's important to write your goals down. And I know that, but why? And after doing some reading, so there's almost this primal connection. What did you call it, Robert?
Primal manifestation.
Primal manifestation is what Robert calls it. It's that, you know, that old, you know, caveman's got or cavewoman has to go, just to be politically correct, to the cave people, okay, and our ancestors. Don't want to screw that up. And you know, grabs you make me laugh. I make myself laugh. You know, grabs you know, a stone and a chisel, or you know, some kind of tool, and does something with it. Okay, you know, I have to believe it stems back to that. But there's a connection. You know, your brain's divided into 4 parts, and certainly, like, think of it when you're listening to a lecture, or you're listening to your thoughts, right? And you're thinking about planning for 2017, 2018, or whatever years you're planning for, whatever you're doing, or planning a project. You know, if you're just talking about it, if you're just listening to it, you know, you're in one compartment of your brain. But when you add to it the writing down, right? The using that tool, the pen, to write down, and I love pens. It's one of my favorite pens. This pen's awesome. Just got it for my birthday, and my law firm, they bought that for me. They knew I would love it very much. And I do. If you're going to sign a document, by the way, if you're going to sign a contract worth thousands of dollars, don't use a 25-cent pick. Use your tools wisely. Take your job seriously. Come on. Anyway, I digress. Using a tool like this, which is a very finely crafted tool, really like this pen. It's very kind of royal. Looks kind of like a crown, doesn't it, Robert? Mm-hmm. Very British. old school, barrister, right?
It's got a
Solicitor,
nice sound.
huh? It's got a nice sound. Okay, so you know, the you activate your part of your brain that deals with spatial relations. Okay, when you start writing it down and start dealing in the real world. So you're coding that information into your head, into your memory, into your brain in a much different way and in multiple ways by activating different parts of your brain than if you simply sit and listen to the lecture from a professor, or you just watch TV and vegged out, or you just thought about something or talked about something with friends or coworkers about a plan when you're planning. So it's important to write those things down. In fact, for me, it's important to think about them, to write them down, to formulate those, and then all of a sudden I'll get really super clear and I'll boil things down to their simplest. I'll kiss them. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay, KISS, and I'll boil it down really, really simply to something that makes sense to me, or hopefully anyone else that I'm working with, and automatically becomes almost a straight line to thread the needle through all these complicated hoops we have to jump through to get to where we want to be. Okay, for me, it's a formulation process. Planning is, and part of that is think big, draw big, and part of that is the war room. And forever, I've envisioned this, techie type, paint on the walls where I'm just writing in different pens. Jim Carrey in the movie 23, which is crazy, but at least he was committed. I mean, literally, and not to have too much of a play on words, because I think he actually was committed in the end. So you can write, your goals on the wall. So what I've done is I formulated a war room, the same as you envision any other war room, with maps and boards where I can make a mess and draw all over the place, and where I can see it on a daily basis. I've got pictures of an office we're getting ready to buy. Okay, I've been working on buying a building for 6 months and closing that deal, and we're getting ready to do it. And I guarantee you, there's a picture of the outside of that building with a mock-up. And let's go show them, Robert. Okay, and we can't show you too much or for too long because there's some proprietary stuff in here. But if you would just keep it up, and off like this, desk level or above. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
So you have some files on the floor. But look. In here, I've got a picture and a mock-up of a building we're buying with the logos on there, a picture of the inside, the way we want it to look. We've got boards showing different things that we're doing and working on right now in the office, and some charitable things we're doing for the community. And then we really take and redo every year and then revisit every quarter. And then, looking at North and South Carolina, I am here just right outside of Met County, and where Charlotte is, and we're looking at a campaign in Western North Carolina right now, a campaign in Upper South Carolina right now, and how we can really invade those states. So it really is war. And if you turn your back to, or turn it around there, you'll see a map of the full United States, which I love dearly. But we want to, that's the scope of the way you need to be thinking. So this is an extension of think big, grow big, okay? Or draw big, grow big. And this is something you can see every single day. Now this blank board right here is very important. I erased it because I erased the goals we had in 2016. And instead of putting them back up, I am creating a spreadsheet. And we are in the process of creating a spreadsheet that will auto-add and keep track of all our monetary goals. This was our money goals for 2016, which we hit. And, we thought big in setting up those goals, and then went back and filled in how we could accomplish those goals and solve those problems. So one of the things, if you want access to a spreadsheet that will automatically, and we're going to program this in, by the way, on LawyerGreg.com, and we'll grant access to it so that you can have a cloud-based option to use for this as well. but it'll allow you to put your yearly and list your months there, goal monetarily. Then it'll break it down by monthly and weekly. You'll have your quote of the month that you're going for. You'll be able to hit targets for each days and keep track of your targets during the day as you make income. And for me, I share this with top level people in my firm, but only top level people in the firm, okay? And they're able to look on our intranet, if you will, and see where we're at any given point during the day, during the month, during the year, toward accomplishing our money goals for that year, okay? And it's just a very helpful tool. You know, money's like anything else. If you don't pay attention to it, it will leave you. So you need to understand that money makes everything else possible, makes it possible for you to keep the lights on and help people, and you need to be aware of it. And one of your jobs as the attorney or CEO of your firm is to make sure you're financially solvent, okay? People, marketing, make sure you're financially solvent. Those are three key elements of your job as CEO. And we'll get into those as well, okay? Those are some great Lawyer Lives that we'll do on each one of those specifics. People, marketing, and making sure you're financially solvent. So thanks for tuning into the Lawyer Life. This has been Lawyer Greg hanging out in the war room. And have a great Sunday. And follow us at LawyerGreg on Twitter and LawyerGreg.com. Peace.